What is your name?
My name is Casey. You can find me on Instagram at Stancy, and this is my 03 Mustang GT.
And how long have you owned the car for?
I have owned the car, I'd say for a solid 6-ish, 7 years now. It was at love at first sight, I gotta say. I had a longboard at the time, and I was on Craigslist looking for cars, like every day at C&M, just like, I need to find this Mustang. And then out of nowhere, this guy popped up, 10,000 miles, like this thing was like, it still had like plastic on the seats. This thing was just, I almost broke out in hives. I was so stoked. I was like, this is happening. I literally told the guy right then and there, I was like, I want to buy this car. And then after that, I guess it's history, and that's how we are where we are.
And does your car have a name?
That is a no. And I know for a fact that if you watch this guy's TikToks, he's probably going to slander me for this one, but I've never been able to name my cars. If anybody has a good name in the comments, drop it down and maybe I'll take it. But at this point, it's my car. And to put it in perspective, my cat's name is Kitty. So, not a good namer.
All right, Casey, and what was your goal when building this car?
So my goal when building this car initially was kind of the Mustang thing. It's like, I want it to be loud, for one. I wanted all my fucking neighbors to know I have a Mustang. It's got a V8. So, make it loud, and then also I wanted it to be fast, right? And my dreams were crushed very quickly when I went to the drag strip and realized the 4.6 just did not have all the go that I needed. So my goals changed pretty drastically after that. I went to my first Stance meet. The OGs might remember Flying Low. Flying Low was a group here consisting of a bunch of just crazy, outlandish cars, mostly Stance cars. And that's when I saw Max and his Mustang, and it was static on Viennas with a huge ass wing, same wing as mine. And I was like, holy shit, you can do that? So from there, went from going fast, realizing I'm not gonna go fast, to I'm just gonna express myself and see what the Stance scene's all about.
All right, Casey, do you mind if we take a quick walk around your car so you can show me all the mods?
Let's check it out. Alrighty, so first you're gonna be like, whoa, Casey, why is your wing so big? Because big wings are necessary, right? I've wanted a big wing my entire life, and I finally got it when I lowered my car, because I was like, it's time. You gotta get the wing at the right step of your build, and I thought it was ready. So, Big Country Labs wing, it's the Atmosphere Demolisher, love it. Next would be my Airwolf plates. I have so many damn colors. I have like clear blue ones, I have more of these than I do shoes. So Airwolf end plates, super sick. Well, I got my clear tails. I've been looking for clear tails forever. My boy Desert Cyclone actually finally made me a pair. You're not gonna find them anywhere else, pretty sure. So at Desert Cyclone if you want some clear tails. Next would be my Super Glitter Glam liquid wrap. Sanders Custom Paint got that done for me, and he pretty much just let me do whatever I want. I told him I wanted matte pink with some stripper glitter, and your boy he delivered. Like always, Will always kills it. And again, when I'm done with it, I'm just gonna peel it and we'll do something else crazy. Next over here, and we're gonna look at the one that I fucking curb rashed, but it is what it is. Welcome to daily life. These are my Heritage Fujis. They were my first 3-piece wheel. I was super excited when I got to work with them. I had actually a partial sponsor from them, and they made these wheels a reality. They're owned by 3-piece. Many of you guys probably know them. They're huge now. But yeah, these are my Fujis. Love them. Since we're in the area as well, a lot of people probably ask me what my tint is. That's from Omnique. They had some crazy mirror tint, and right when I saw this, I was like, yo, my car is gonna look like some Pit Vipers, and it looks exactly like it. So, love my tint. I had a shorty antenna, but I was just ended up going way too fast with it because it like just cut down on so much wind resistance. I was getting to you guys' mom's house way too fast. Next off, we got my Status Racing seats. Don't mind the mess back there. I'm redoing my trunk setup. But these seats were a super huge deal. I got a little drunk on Thanksgiving and finally made the purchase. But I wouldn't be more happy, other than they're a little bit tight for you boy, 'cause I got a little hefty over COVID, but snug in those turns, I can assure you that. The diamond stitching, super sweet, and again, keeping those Miami Vice retro vibes is what I wanted to do, and they did that exactly. So next is my Heart steering wheel, and this is made from Yuki's Garage. The funny story about this wheel is nobody knew where they came from for the longest time, so I actually bought this from Honja Gang, and it's a super dope wheel, but now they're almost everywhere, but I still love it. Reminds me that I'll always have a heart no matter how many times it gets broken. Alrighty, switching back to the back of the car again. I got some sweet little bash bars from Cox Stunt Parts, and honestly, they look cool for one, and then also they just help out a ton, just easy jack points, and they make it look like I drifted shit, which I don't, but you know, you gotta look the part. Then I got my little, this is probably like my 56th Tsurikawa. I've used to drag them and shit, and they used to always break, but that one's holding in strong. I'd say that's the most important things. I would show you guys the 6-cylinder underneath the hood, but I don't really feel like it this time, so maybe next time.
Any future plans for your car?
Future plans? Right now, my future plans for the car is just to keep having fun. As in, like, I don't want to, you know, this car has always been about just building a car that makes me smile, like build a car that excites me to drive to work every day. And so basically just keeping that going, and I think right now I want to throw a Pro Charger on it, just have a little bit of fun, not trying to go fast, but you know, just to make some boost noises and make it have a little bit of get up and go, and then maybe get a cool livery, because I love 90s and I love the drift community now that I'm starting to be a little bit more active in, at least shooting wise, and I think a cool like livery, 90s livery would be really, really cool. And then from there, who fucking knows, but we shall see.
What is your favorite thing about your car?
My favorite thing about my car just has to be just that, again, it just makes me super happy, just like getting to see, first off, my reaction every time I drive it. It doesn't matter how long it's been, it always just makes me super excited and just laughing, just because it's just such a funny car to drive. It's super stiff, the wings freaking flying all over the place, because it's a trunk mount, so it's flopping all over the place, and then just getting to see people's reactions. Like, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It's just super hilarious, just seeing people at a red light just completely dumbfounded on. They don't know if it's a Mustang, they don't even know what it is, and just being able to drive this art piece of my creation that somehow just came out to what it is, and getting to see just drive it around town and be different.
Any advice for someone who wants to build their Mustang as crazy as you have with yours?
So I get that a lot. A lot of people always tell me that they want to, you know, build a car similar to mine. And the only advice I could say is don't try to build my car. Try to build a car that's 100% you, because that's what makes my car special. It's because it is, no matter what anybody says, like, I built this car 100% based on what I want and what makes me happy. So that's pretty much my only advice to anybody else, is to, people are going to tell you good things about your car, or like give you positive endorsement. Some people are going to be negative about it, but you pretty much have to not really care about people's opinions, good or bad, and just continue building on something that makes you happy. So if that makes you happy, by all means, express yourself, do it up, but just stay true to yourself, and you're going to have a great time in the car community and just driving your car in general.
What is the worst thing about owning a Mustang that's a little crazier than, you know, the usual Mustangs that you might see?
So I guess like the biggest inconvenience, I'd say, about driving this car would be actually that same type of thing. So you could just, you know, you just wanted to drive somewhere, you're not really wanting to do anything, but you're at a red light and some dude is just super mad that I'm driving a Barbie pink Mustang and he wants to let me know all about it. And sometimes that's just not what I want to do. So that's always an inconvenience with my car for sure. But then it's always great though when I actually get to talk to people that are enthusiastic and enjoy seeing cars that are a little bit different. Other than that, it's just the typical Mustang things. Gas mileage, garbage. I have 2 huge holes on the bottom of my car because I just have, the blast pipes aren't on there anymore. So a bunch of exhaust fumes always are rolling in there and make you feel nice and lightheaded all the time, which is great. So just keep those windows down. And then other than that, I can't really think of any more negatives.
And roughly how much would you say the build has costed you overall?
So this has been something I've repressed. I don't even want to think about it. But now that you're bringing all these up and I'm having to think about it, I'm gonna have to just do a ballpark number. I'd say roughly I'm probably $20,000 to $25,000 into my car.
And what got you into cars in the first place?
So I can't be sure if this is exactly what got me into cars, but before I was able to drive, I skateboarded, I longboarded, I dirt biked, I did everything, but mostly I've always been on a skateboard or a longboard. And I just feel like those communities somewhat transferred over, whether you're into BMXing, skateboarding, dirt biking. I think we all kind of found our new love. We still love those, our old hobbies, but we kind of all found ourselves in the car community at some point. And I think that's what initially got me into cars.
All right, Casey. And normally when I ask people this question, their first answer is you and your car. But what are some of your favorite local builds?
So I have a lot of favorite cars for sure. Mine not being one of them. I'd say first, as I mentioned earlier, Max with his Mustang. It was static on some Viennas and a huge ass wing and a Pro Charger, and it was just dope to see a car that was just so original. And even to this day, although he's not in the stance life anymore, he's built it for like track and whatnot. That was still probably one of my favorite cars of all time. Second would be my boy named Pierre. Pierre had a bagged RX-8. I think it was running like negative 15 to 18 squared. And again, it was one of those cars that I saw for the first time and I was like, this thing's a literal spaceship. Seeing it roll down the street to this day still mind blows me. It's not around anymore, but those who did see it have the opportunity to see it. Still one of my favorite cars to this day. And then I'd say for a third, I would have to say my boy Romzilla and his Grand Prix. It's just, again, you've probably seen the video of this kid somewhere ramping his car off this bump down on Paseo. And again, why I love that car is just, he took a car that nobody would blink an eye at and make it, give people this reason to, like, it doesn't matter that you can't afford, the Supra, or you can't afford, a new BRZ. You can take a car, what you have, and have fun and make it something unique, and he did exactly that. And I can tell you right now, you've seen more Grand Prix out there that are super hard than you did 4 years ago, and I think it's due to Romzilla. So those are probably my top 3 builds.
And what was your first car?
First car was a 1995 Chevy Blazer. And this thing, I still have it to this day. It's still running, I don't know how. But it was a blacked out Chevy Blazer, and pretty much everywhere you went, you got the cops called on you, still do. But still did the same shit I did today. First day I got it, blacked out the wheels. Looking at it now, it's kind of cringe, but I still had that motivation I was like, this is my car now. I want to make it my car. So blacked everything out. Shout out to, Rob Deerdeck from Rob and Big. I wanted to have, blacked out. I think he had a Yukon or whatever he had. But yeah, I just wanted to do that. And that's pretty much where it all started. 1995 Chevy Blazer to this.
What is your dream build?
Okay, so this is kind of funny. So it shifted. It just shifted randomly. I don't know how. My dream build, for the longest time, I've been wanting a Terminator. Obviously, I just feel like it was the next step. I've always wanted a Terminator, but as, an 18-year-old kid, I couldn't afford a Terminator. As a 29-year-old person, I could probably still hardly afford a Terminator, but I was getting close. I wanted a Terminator, I wanted to bag it, I wanted to basically do all the same shit I did to this car. But just yesterday, everything changed, or a couple days ago, things changed, and my new dream build is, I think, a Firebird. I want to get an old Firebird, like maybe a 77 to 80. I want to bag that fucker and toss my Mint Infinite Works on there, and just be driving around in an 80s time machine. Because again, I love anything 80s, and I just feel like the T-tops slammed out on Infinite Works would just be awesome. So, and also I'll probably get some Mad Milks with it too, so which is a plus.
All right, Casey, and some rapid fire questions for you today. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, what would you personally prefer for your build? Static or bagged?
Bagged.
Okay, turbo or supercharged?
Supercharged.
Single or dual exhaust? JDM, domestic, or Euro?
Can do like a mix.
That's fine. Ferrari or Lamborghini?
Ferrari.
Ford or Chevy?
Ford.
Evo or STI?
Evo.
Supra or RX-7?
Supra.
All right, Casey, and a closing statement. Do you have a quote, saying, or any advice that you would like to give to others?
That's true. So I got a couple for you. And again, I like to talk, so here it goes. One, just fucking do it. As Shia LaBeouf said, just fucking do it. Two, do it nice or do it twice. All right. And three, I'd say just have fun. Simple as that.
All right, thank you so much for your time, Casey. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man.